Hey everyone, it's your favorite dynamic duo on Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and it's your favorite hostesses with the mostesses. It's your favorite gentleman, Marcus,
and Karmea,
and we are here live on the Gentleman Style Podcast Show doing another jam-packed call-in special episode. You guys asked for it. We wanted it, we loved it, and we have fun. We're going to spill some more tea, and we're going to talk about the tragedy, the calamity, the chaos. And we're going to debate a little bit on this episode here. Karmea, you guys won't want to miss 1 second. Forgive me. These edibles be messing me up. Well,
I'll be damned.
Stay tuned. Stay with us. You won't want to miss 1 second of what we have coming through. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's your hostess with the mostest, and today we're going to talk about the trash. We're going to talk about the Cassie versus Diddy lawsuit, and now, quickly, expeditiously, the settlement. The settlement. This is nuts. Karmea, girl, did you see that nonsense? Did you see that foolishness that came out with the Cassie and P. Diddy lawsuit situation?
Yes, I saw the foolishness, but it's stuff that we've been hearing for a very long time. Some of the stuff that we have been speculating, the stuff that we've been hearing a long time about Cassie. The settlement, it was kind of a surprise, but then again, it wasn't, because he hurried up and jumped in front of that train before that train could even get going down the road. I already knew what time it was.
So
I already knew.
What do you mean you already knew? So what do you know? You mean to say that this man, you felt in your heart's heart that this man, P. Diddy, this man helped introduce Biggie, one of the biggest hip hop moguls, rappers in the game, helped produce and bring him to the limelight. You telling me this man is flawed? You telling me this man is out there just a menace to set? So let's talk about it. Let me read to you guys. On what was it? Sean Combs is accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse via a lawsuit. Sean Combs, the producer and music mogul who has been one of the most famous names in hip hop for decades, was sued in federal court on Thursday by Cassie, an R&B singer once signed to his label, who accused Mr. Combs of rape and of repeated physical abuse over about a decade. A decade. In the suit filed in Federal District Court, Manhattan, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, who had long been Mr. Combs' romantic partner, says that not long after she met him in 2005, when she was 19 years old, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included supplying her with drugs, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters. In 2018, the suits near the end of their relationship, Mr. Combs forced his way into her room and raped her. So we are talking about the Cassie and P. Diddy lawsuit, y'all. That's hurtful. So I'm gonna play a short clip so y'all can join in on the foolishness.
This young woman at the time, her name was Cassie Ventura. It was 2005. She was 19 years old. She was a singer herself, but she goes on to say that during this time that she was abused. She was a part of the cycle of violence. She says that she was raped in her own home when she tried to leave him. Bruises and burst lips, black eyes and bleeding. That he blew up a man's car at one point when he thought that that man was interested in her. Now, there are always two sides to every story, and his attorney has released a statement to CNN. Combs denies these offenses and outrageous allegations. Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and simply seeking a payday.
You can't tell me
Karmea, what do you
this.
think?
You can't tell me that this isn't long and awaited now. This stuff is coming back from long time ago, and God forbid unfortunately we're not able to hear Kim Field's side because she seriously died of pneumonia. But let's not go there yet. Imagine how many women dealt with stuff, including J-Lo, and not said anything. She was under an NDA. She was under NDA. They said that her NDA ended sometime in 2022. So she really couldn't say anything until after that. We're in 2023. I feel like this is the year of discovery. Lay it all out there.
So again, I'm gonna take the opposing side, right? So I'm gonna take she don't like me, y'all. She's mad at me. So I'm gonna take the opposing side. Why come out now? I'm gonna ask the hard question. Why did you wait to come out? A non-disclosure when you're talking I can't imagine a non-disclosure covering if I've hurt you physically, right? If I've hurt you, I can't tell you not to disclose that.
But think about how powerful this man is, because you're right, Kyra. He typically murders those in the process of writing books about him. She was the only one to try to do that.
Who he murdered? Who has he
because
murdered?
when they're trying to come out about him in information, it's like they somehow disappear, something happens to them, all that type of stuff.
This man sound like a
But we ain't gonna speak about that because stuff get real deep if we talk about that because I have my theories about that. You're right. Kim Porter was writing a book when she so-called got sick with pneumonia.
All right, this is our call-in special episode. This is our call-in live episode. So if you wanna debate us, if you want to debate and join in the conversation, call that number. Numbers on the screen. 757-828-6948. This is
allegedly.
He allegedly. So y'all making this man sound y'all making this man sound like assassin, like he just putting hits out on people, killing people.
Because think about it too, this is allegedly too. When Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy, he was getting ready to leave and do his own thing. Then all of a sudden he was caught in that shootout
with Tupac. He was beefing with Tupac. They
said that both of that beef has something to do with him too. But like I said, all this is allegedly because it hasn't been proven. But it's real funny that he's able to get rid of people like that. In the midst of them being the hottest rappers in the game, and they're ready to want to do something else other than deal with the game like that.
So, okay.
But we're going to stick on Cassie's situation right now. Now, with this situation regarding Cassie, her waiting till she probably felt like this is a powerful man. She tried to leave multiple times. This wasn't it took her multiple times to actually leave fully. When she was trying to leave in the beginning, you got to think about this is a young woman. This is a powerful man. He probably was telling her what he can and what he can do to her, who she can't talk to, who she can't run to, because look at how much she can control.
What woman? I don't know any woman that can sit there in a relationship and be unhappy in a relationship and not leave. You got your own money, you got your own career, you got your own music. Why is it so hard to leave? You have everything that you need. This is the Gentleman Style Podcast call-in episode. 1 second, sorry.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
We on a budget. This is a budget production. Hi, caller. This is Gentleman Style Podcast. What's your name and where you from?
Kyra Shackleford.
How are you?
Hey, Miss
Hi,
Shaka
Kara.
Ford. Hey, girl, what's up? Welcome to Gentleman Style
Nice to
Podcast.
finally speak with you.
Absolutely. Nice to speak to you. Welcome to the show. We are on here. You are live, girl. You are live. We talking about Cassie and P. Diddy settlement, lawsuit situation. How do you feel?
Well, I got to shout out to Karmea because she is right on it. The moment she started talking about it, I was like, yes, girl, let's get these receipts going. He totally did it, but she came about it the proper way when he started to kind of have his ears pinging about people writing books about them. That's when Andre Harrell ended up having a heart attack. Then allegedly Heavy D had a heart attack. Then Kim Porter allegedly ended up having pneumonia. And then all of a sudden, it's not Christopher Williams, Albie Shore got into this mysterious car accident, but he ended up living. All of them came out with their suggestion that they were writing books about him, but Cassie came about it the right way. She let it just pop and say, you know what, I'm dropping this book. And that's it. It's out in the public. So if something happens to her, we all know that he had something to do with it because of the Biggie situation with him going on to build his own empire with Junior Mafia. He already had Charlie Baltimore and Kim, Lil Kim, and all of these people signed. All of a sudden, Biggie gets shot.
He didn't need P. Diddy anymore.
Here's the Southside Chris to kill Tupac. And there's history behind that. And that's why now that gentleman who's getting, who was indicted by the grand jury, you know, if you've been watching it for years, I was like 15 when Tupac got killed. But the fact that this man was under a queen for a day and he moved out of state, all of this stuff is going to start coming down. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, I give it to Cassie. I'm so happy that she just dropped it the way she did, because if it would have came out in the publication, she'd be gone. And we'd be with our hands up.
I think we're giving this man way too much credit. Y'all treating this man like Escobar, man. Like this dude,
he's at a level that he's able to take people, he's able to control and take people out. P. Diddy is at that type of level that when Cassie went on a Breakfast Club and Charlamagne the God said something about her, you should just be a model, and made her cry. All it took was one phone call and he changed his whole perspective. Because he was scared for his life and his job. That's all it took. Between P. Diddy and people like Hove, you know, Jay-Z, these are serious high status people. You can't talk about them any kind of way. You can't move about talking about their business any kind of way, because you can end up in a pine box.
Wow. And they are not paying people who are professional assassins over here. They are paying people from the block. Remember Jay-Z, so-called woman on the side that came out that she was going to expose Jay-Z, and like Cassie White, I think is her name. Then all of a sudden she is mysteriously dead. And the first autopsy said that it was an accident, that she had a embolism. And then the next one said that she was murdered. Why is no one talking about this? What happened to the little boy's mother that got pregnant by Jay-Z and went back to Jamaica, never to be heard from again? The grandfather came out about it, and then all of a sudden he went mum on everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, I read too much.
No. That's good. It's good to stay informed. It's good to stay educated. It's good to stay abreast of what's happening, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, right? I'm gonna look at it from why would I have to? Why, if I am so powerful like you all are saying, why would I even bother doing all of this stuff to Cassie? Why would I even bother hurting someone? I'm P. Diddy. I could have any woman I want. Why go crazy?
I'm going to say it like this. You got the industry. We all know that there's levels to the industry. There are people, there's levels to their status. There's people bigger than him that are into other things. That's why I call it the powers that be, because that's another situation that they're in there. They're doing certain things. They're into certain things that keep stuff going.
Yeah.
When they see he cannot get in too much trouble because there's somebody over him looking at him like, you get into trouble, we know that your mouth is going to open, and we can't afford for our levels to be tumbling down. So that means you need to get in front of this now.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sister, I love you.
So you have Clive Davis over P. Diddy. Clive Davis was over Whitney Houston.
Uh-huh.
And when she got to a certain point, boom, she's gone.
The drugs kill Whitney.
Then, okay.
The Bobby Brown.
That's another show. We're not about to do that today.
Yeah,
we're not about to do that today. That's another show. We is not about to do Whitney today. Whitney, we're not about to do that today.
Marcus Winston,
y'all gotta bring another show for that one. But then when you talk about P. Diddy, he came up in a time where his sexuality was not accepted within the community in which he represented. And he's still living within that particular community. Mm-hmm. You know, he's just so-called matured, he's aged. But it will not age well if they find out, if they actually confirm his sexuality.
Right.
So,
and I think also it's not just about the sexuality part either, because because we've heard the rumors for years that, you know, P. Diddy he out here on both sides. We've heard it, but I think it's more to this than just his sexuality being questioned. It's stuff that's being done behind the scenes. They've even talked about like the rumors of the human trafficking. They talked about the rumors of him, things with children, allegedly.
But they do that with. I feel like they do that with everybody, though. If you a celebrity, they gonna come after you. They did that with what's his name? God, I need to follow pop culture better. Like Jello pudding, Bill Cosby.
Okay.
He went to jail, but R. Kelly, right? All these people, they're going to attack you. You're in the limelight. You're in the limelight, but they said Michelle Obama was a dude, right? They tried to drag her under the mud. If you're a celebrity, they're going to come after you with something.
But when you have go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, please.
No, go ahead.
With Puff Daddy, you had Usher, who looked visibly shaken when they talked about him living with Puff Daddy. You've seen micro interviews with Puff Daddy with Usher, who flipped up and incriminated himself. And we used to get up and fight, we'll get up in bed. What are you doing in bed with a 12-year-old boy?
Michael,
I'm the type of mother, I'm a helicopter mom, so I want to know what's happening with my children. And then you have Justin Bieber, who's refusing to come out and talk about what's been done to him, but he's dropping little gems. And
there's like
people in the industry.
The Justin Bieber, there's a clip out there. It's an older clip of P. Diddy talking to Justin Bieber, asking him, why you been returning my calls? And Justin Bieber looked like he's so scared or something, that like something happened between him. It's like a daddy talking to his son energy, and it's weird. It's really weird.
Yes.
And I'm looking around in the video, I'm like, where is his team at? He shouldn't even be talking to him by himself.
Run up on him.
Exactly. What about when he was talking to Fabulous on Drink Champs? And I don't even watch Drink Champs, but I saw that clip.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
Poor Fabulous was like, I came to your party. We partied together. It was so submissive. He didn't look him in the eye like a grown man and say, we're not going to parties. That's it.
Right.
You're on Drink Champs. Let's party right now. I'm not partying with you in your bedroom.
I know that's right.
Miss Shaka,
I know that's right.
Miss Shaka, for her sister, I love you. Thank you for calling us on the Gentleman Style Podcast.
Thank you.
You are awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Y'all, this is a Gentleman Style Podcast show. We are talking about the P. Diddy the P. Diddy Cassidy special lawsuit and settlement. If you want to call in and discuss live on air with us, the call-in number is on the screen. It's 757-828-6948. And in the interim, I have another clip for you guys. So within 19 hours, 19, count them. I counted. I did the math. And I don't do math live on show because that's dangerous. But in 19 hours, there was a settlement agreed upon that fast. We're gonna play a short clip of that settlement of an actual lawyer and what she thinks happened and why they settled so quickly. So
Diddy and Cassie settlement? Well, you want to talk about it, grab your snacks, let's go. If you were thoroughly confused by this situation and just needed a little clarification, you are in the right place, because I too am a civil law attorney. I practice specifically in the niche area of family law, but since I sue people for a living, I know exactly what's going on. Now, my lawsuits usually come in the form of a divorce, sometimes custody, sometimes some other things, and we have our own niche cutout rules for family law, but procedurally, we all follow the rules of civil procedure. Now, the settlement. I was not expecting it to come so quickly, but was I expecting it to come? Yes. To see a trial all the way through, you have no idea how many people I got to involve in this lawsuit, all the subpoenas that I will send out for witnesses, a deposition. We haven't even touched on discovery. If I'm a billionaire and you're accusing me of doing God knows what with God knows who, and it's not true, oh, trust me, I'm taking you down all the way through trial. You better ask Johnny. Defamation. But if I actually did it, I have way too much to lose to let that tea come out, so I'm going to do whatever I need to do to hush you, and quickly. She gets the money she was asking for without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on the trial to get it. Go ahead, girl. But let's discuss the elephant in the room. Can charges still be pressed? Can Diddy still ultimately go to jail? Feds, yo feds. The federales might be on their way. It's possible, but we'll see. Then I want hands in the comments of how many times you've heard an allegation about Diddy. Would you cough up millions of dollars to make this go away in just 19 hours? And before I let you go, I want to leave you with this little clip I saw circulating around. I'll see you in the comments.
What a beautiful dress you look.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
You heard what the lawyer said. What she said was, if you lying, you got that kind of money. Oh yes, we gonna you better ask Johnny Depp. He sure did go through the whole process just to show that, to prove his innocence, and then he was able to get some money off of it and countersue. He has time. That ain't nothing but a cheeseburger for him. For P. Diddy, they ain't nothing but a cheeseburger. So why would he need to hurry up and settle? Because he's trying to get in front of it. He don't want all that stuff getting out. Just if you guys find her on TikTok, she would tell you about, there's a part in a trial called discovery, which means they gotta dig some more, and he doesn't want them to be able to get the license to dig even more, which means they're gonna find out further facts and most likely some shit that she don't have on that paper. So that means that's some other stuff the feds can pull up and be like, we gonna see you right after her. So right if you lose this trial, we want you. Bring that ass here, boy. That's what we gonna say.
So you all saw the clip. This is our call-in special episode. Let's discuss. So here's my stance on why they settled so fast, why they settled, right? So if I'm a celebrity, I'm going back. I'm Sean Diddy Combs. I'm a celebrity. I'm big, bold, bad P. Diddy. I have endorsements, I have record deals, I have movies, I got all these things that I have coming down the pipeline. It is in my best interest. Is what would you choose? Should I choose to just to prove that I'm not guilty, go through possibly years and years of court, millions and millions of dollars, or end this right here, right now, because I got stuff to do? Look at the dude that was in Marvel who played Kang. The man was he went through court, did all of it just to come to find out that the white girl was lying. And he's lost one of probably his biggest contracts to date, which is a Marvel cast call. He would have had a series of Marvel calls and lost money, and he was found innocent. So,
but
in Sean Diddy's in the defense of that man, and I'm looking at it from that perspective, why would I want to go through years of bad publicity when I can just settle this and move on?
Exactly, Bianca. Not realizing he'll still lose all his deals. Because at the same time, you could still lose everything and even more. When you hurry up and settle, it's not proven. You didn't prove your innocence. You just hurry up and try to get that situation out the way.
I'm not guilty though.
It doesn't matter. It's like the case of you're not proving your innocence, so you're still looked at as guilty. You're still looked at as guilty. It doesn't matter. So you might as well go through it and get to the end and be like, I was innocent. At least I could try to salvage some things and get some new stuff on the line. Versus, I pay it off. I'm looking real bad right now. This is looking real bad right now. They're not trying to hear it. They are not trying to hear it. I heard it settled it out, but now other people are coming forward because they want their money too. You wasn't able to prove her. You wasn't able to prove that she's lying. Now other people's gonna come forward and be like, okay, I want my money too. I don't know what you gave her, but it sounded like you gave her that $30 million or plus she asked for, because you surely didn't disclose it on the settlement paperwork for us to see.
So you saying he should just go through the years of court and the years? All right, sorry, I gotta.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
This is a budget
2.
phone call, y'all. We on a budget. Hi, this is Gentleman Style.
Press 1. To send a voicemail,
This is
press
a budget
2.
phone call, y'all.
This is Gentleman Style
Hi,
podcast.
this is Gentleman Style.
Press 1.
Who's on the line?
This is a budget phone call, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yes, caller, we can hear you. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Marcus Houston, calling from Houston, Texas.
You said Marcus Houston? You said Marcus Houston?
I said Marcus Winston. You heard me the first time.
What's up, Mr. Winston? We are talking about the Cassie and P. Diddy. Yeah, man. Love you. Thank you for calling in. We are talking about the Cassie and P. Diddy lawsuit, now settlement. What do you think about that? How do you feel?
Well, first off, let me say thank you to you, sir, for bringing this podcast to the forefront. Everybody been licking their chops, waiting to chime in.
This is us.
Lady.
This is
Hello?
us. Me and my co-host. Yeah. This is me.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm sorry. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing good. So,
Good.
Yes, he did it. Yeah, why
he did it?
He did it.
I know.
Anytime somebody pays, anytime somebody settles so fast, so quick, they are trying to get around this situation, brother. It doesn't take a rocket science. Anytime there's a person of power that does something wrong, like i.e. Trump, i.e. Weinstein.
Okay.
I mean,
Epstein. You mean Epstein or
Epstein?
But he did it though.
Yes, he did it. He did it. I mean, that's out of the old shit playbook. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut. Hey man.
Oh honey, I'm an unorthodox Southern Belle, baby. I be cussing.
So you think because he offered a settlement and she accepted, he definitely did it to you?
Well, let's
all
go
this,
ahead.
all the
let's go ahead
stuff
and look
she's
at this,
saying.
though.
So all the stuff she's saying.
All the stuff.
She's
All
saying.
the stuff she's saying. Your co-host, your host, she had it right.
Wow.
She said that if what was the last part she said? She said that if he did something, golly, and I can't quote it verbatim what she said, but basically, anytime you putting money down on something so fast like this, you are really trying your best to circumvent the fallout. You don't want all this drama to come out. You had it right as well. If I'm a big time movie star or big time actor or a philanthropist, I don't want someone writing my narrative, right? So let's pay them the money, shut them up, so I can move on. All right.
So if Jonathan Majors, the guy who did Kang from Marvel, if he had settled with the white girl and not gone to court and settled with her, you would think he was right. You would think that what she was, all the stuff she was putting against him was true because he settled, or because he has a movie to do.
Yeah. No, I believe that it's both of it. He has a movie to do, and he did something.
Thank you, Bianca.
Now,
thank you. It's a big waste of time. Court is a big waste of time.
It is a big waste of time. But brother, when you have stuff that you're trying to put out there on the market, like Ciroc, you have a brand. You will defend your brand tooth and nail because his name is the brand. So if you have said brand that you're trying to support or defend or make sure that you can get some type of profit from, I'm gonna defend it 1,000%. Johnny Depp, Savage, he went to the Sentinel, answered all the questions. Why? Because he's a brand. He's a nasty, filthy individual. Everybody knows that. But he still defended himself.
You damn right. Oh, I'm sorry. Kyra, I'm sorry, honey. I saw what Kyra put. Jonathan Majors is not in the tax bracket to pull a Diddy. He cannot settle out because he's not there yet to have that kind of money to give to somebody.
That's not.
He's not there yet.
Jonathan Majors is. Jonathan Majors.
He's doing good. I ain't saying he's doing good. I ain't say he wasn't, but he ain't at the tax bracket to give somebody millions off the whim to get them out the way. Because if you do that to one, you got to do that to.
He just did Creed, the Creed series, and he was on track to do Marvel. He just did once again. He did Marvel. He was on track to do the rest of that series because they were going to prolong it. Now they canceled the dude.
He's still in the beginning of his career. He could still. I'm gonna be real with you. I have faith that he can bounce back if he. I have faith that he can bounce back.
Me and you, Miss Jacqueline. Me and you and Jacqueline in the comments. Go ahead.
Well, defending it sometimes look like an entertaining comment. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But paying it off doesn't show your innocence. And somebody can come back around with it again.
I don't have time.
It doesn't mean.
Oh, you can't.
But you don't have time. You don't have time for it today. Then that person can come next week. Whichever one you want to do. You want to deal with it now, or they could come back around with it later. But the case is that you may have to deal with it again.
Let me say something. Diddy make time to show up on everybody's video.
I know that's right. That's right.
You know, buying out all the sections in Miami. Okay, he has time for that. He got time for what's my girl name? I don't want to mess her up, but
Young Miami
girl. Yeah,
Young Miami.
Time to go take her shopping.
That makes him.
You got time to do all that.
That makes him money.
Let me tell you something, man. Well, you know,
he losing money spending it on her.
Your brand and your name makes you money, so defend it at all costs.
Right.
I'm sorry. You look guilty because now you leaving it up to public opinion. You leaving it up to us now to say what you did. You know how we do. We're unforgiving. We don't slander you, even if you didn't do it. We don't care. It looked like you guilty. If it looked like a duck, it sound like a duck. Okay, it must be what? A damn duck.
It's a tiger.
The man did it. I don't care. Tiger, lion, bear, oh hell, he did it.
I want to
The man.
I want to address what Jacqueline Sidney said. She said, once there's a settlement, I don't believe it can be addressed again by that particular person. Now, being that Cassie was his lover or girlfriend right beside him, I believe she saw a lot more than just what was on that paper. So with that being said, that's why he had to hurry up and address that quickly and settle with her. So she, I feel like because they did not disclose the amount, he probably gave her more than what she asked for, just so she don't spin the block, even though she can.
30 million.
I feel like he probably gave her more than that, so she won't feel like she has to spin the block. But here's the thing about settling, because you didn't prove your innocence. Now this opens the door for so many other people to come forward with whatever issues they had with him and be like, okay, this happened to me with him. This happened to me with him. Multiple people is going to come forward. It's going to drain him. So you can't settle with everybody. You're going to have to go to trial with somebody.
Mr. Winston, brother.
You're absolutely correct.
Mr. Winston, brother.
Hey, man, listen. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all keep doing it. I appreciate y'all for even listening, man. Appreciate y'all.
You're super dope.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for not being on my side. Is he off the line? He's off the line. Thank you for not having my back, brother.
Baby, these people ain't nationwide. They definitely ain't on your side. Next.
This is our call-in special episode. The call-in number is on the screen. You can call in and please, somebody help me. I feel like I'm defending. This is a black man. I feel like I'm defending a black man in America. I gotta fight with y'all to kind of show y'all that it doesn't mean the man did it all. He's a celebrity. The call-in number is 757-828-6948. If you want to call in and discuss your point or your view or your stance on the Cassie P. Diddy lawsuit, then 19 hours later settlement, bring it in. And we're going to debate this thing out.
I see Bianca here. She said it looks guilty to me, though. Me, myself, if I know I'm right, I'm a fight. I know that's right. Now, if this is something, she said, now, if this is something that I need to hide, I can never come back up again, I might pay it. But he got to know more is going to come out.
Press 1 to send a voice.
This is Gentleman Style Podcast Show. Caller, what's your name and where you're from?
Hey, this is Jacqueline Sidney from Vegas. How are y'all?
Hi, doing fine. How about yourself?
Thank you. Lord.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Oh my God.
My thing is that, what?
Go ahead. Yep.
My thing is that from a business standpoint, we don't know whether this man was guilty or not. We can speculate all we want, but time is money, right? And if I could buy this quote unquote cheeseburger and be done with it, if $20 million is just a cheeseburger, I'm going to be done with it. I don't want to spend my time in depositions, in courtrooms, dealing with lawyers, talking about things I don't want to talk about when I could just pay and be done. And then miss opportunities that I might be missing out on, right? I might miss out on that new movie, or I don't know. I'm not Diddy. I don't know what opportunities I might miss, but I'm not willing to miss them.
Endorsements.
Well, he settled. He settled, and a piece of his legacy suffered, which was Sean John. They started pulling his stuff continuously, even with him settling. So either way, you're going to lose some. So you might as well go ahead and go for it if you're innocent, and go ahead and wipe it clean.
But I don't believe that way, because even if I'm innocent as a billionaire, do I care what the common people think? Absolutely not. And if I could spend my money, if I want to lose my money, I would rather lose it to a person than to lawyers. And I would rather not have to spend the money that I could be making with that time, because I'm trying to prove my innocence to people I don't even know or care about.
He's not going to be able to settle with everybody. There's going to be more to come forward. He's not going to be able to settle with everybody, especially if you're talking about sex.
We're just talking about this one person, right? We're just talking about Cassie. I can't speak to what everybody else is going to do. If he did it, then he needs to pay for that. On the other side, if whatever he did to Cassie was so egregious, right? I don't know what the claims are, but wouldn't she want to make sure that nobody else had to ever endure that again? Everybody has a price tag. And I'm not mad at the girl for taking her 20 million, 30 million, however much it is.
It's undisclosed.
But if something were so horrible, I would not want anybody else to endure that.
She brought up, I love it. Jacqueline, oh my God, I could freaking hug you right now. Jacqueline brought up an incredible point. What does that speak about Cassie accepting the settlement? If I was sexually abused,
I'm going to be
raped, prostituted out, and I accepted this money, what does that say about whatever happened to me and the potential that he may have done this to other women? She accepted.
I'm split in between.
If I did all of that, I did all of that to you, why would you take the money? Why would you not want to see me behind bars? She took the money.
Now, when you've already been with a man like this, knowing the type of power you have, you probably won't be able to get him behind bars. You probably won't be able to.
They got Bill Cosby behind bars. They got R. Kelly behind bars.
But I feel like, and I'm gonna be real with you, when it comes out of P. Diddy, that's a whole different, another level. When you have somebody who has that type of power, you feel like he's already pretty much groomed that girl. He's pretty much groomed her to already know that, hey, I'm God when it comes to you. You know, you're not going to win this. And she probably still feels weak to him. Look how long it took her to come out, even after the NDA. You're right, Leona. The common people are the ones he's getting the billions from and supporters. But once we stop supporting him, he won't be that billionaire. Somebody got to support him, and we the supporters.
We the support,
but when it comes, when it comes down,
guilty and the man ain't even guilty yet.
When it comes to Cassie, that situation it's difficult because I've dealt with women who have been abused. It's a mind fucking situation. So you wanna fight for you and other women, but you're still battling yourself every day. Like they said in the paperwork, she said she's still hurting mentally and going through stuff every day, even while she has a new family and new man right beside her. That woman was with him in her teens, like 19, 18, like she was with him while he was young. Not while he was young. He had gray hair, but she was young. So he was basically grooming her, doing whatever he was doing to her, among other things. I can't imagine going through that process. Like we all want her to fight. I would love for her to fight, but at the same time, I can't imagine what it's like looking at man dead in his face, and it's like I'm gonna have to deal with that shit. And imagine
you still gotta deal with him because he's free.
Imagine, yeah, you're right. Imagine the harassment and stuff I gotta deal with even from his people.
If you in the comments. And Ms. Jacqueline, you could say this live. You don't have to say it. But if you're in the comments, if your audience in the comments, if you're a woman and something as egregious as prostitution, sex trading, raping, would you want to settle or would you want to see that person behind bars? Write it in the comments. Please let us know let me know I'm not crazy.
Everybody has their price for what they're willing to deal with, what they're willing to be compensated for. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So everybody has their price, right? Like, and I'm not saying that I'm defending Diddy. What I'm saying is we can't just assume that because people are making settlements that they're guilty. I believe wholeheartedly that he did this thing. But what I'm saying is guilt is not indicative of wanting to buy your way out of the situation or not wanting to deal with it, right? But I can't say what my price is because I don't know. I don't know what I would accept for being in her situation and not, I can't speak to that. It sounds horrible. But I do believe that we all have a price. And then we all also have our limits, right? Like we can say, no, absolutely. I don't want anybody else to go through this and I will do whatever it takes so that nobody else does.
I can see that everybody has a number, right? If you hit that magic number, would you turn it down for? But again, we're talking, like you said, we're talking about, and no way in shape or form is any of this condoning or advocating for rape or any of that, right? That is a horrible thing. And because of the nature of how horrible it is, I feel, and like you're saying, Ms. Jacqueline, to that point, we don't know what that number is. Right now, Marcus Norman, right now, today, there is no number that you could offer me, especially if you did it. If you raped me, If you sexually assaulted me today, the Marcus Norman today can tell you wholeheartedly there is no number, no dollar amount you could offer me to shut me up, because the chances of you, if whatever you did to me, there's a chance that you could do it to somebody else. So there's no dollar amount to that human value. There's human value to people, and that doesn't have a number. Yes, everybody has a
And
number, but human life does not have a number. And so there's no number you could hit me with, or P. Diddy could offer me to say, hey man, remember that time I did it with you in the bathroom? No, you going to jail. We gonna go to court. There's no dollar amount you could offer me. I feel like a settlement. So Liana is on it. I feel like a settlement is one punch to a much bigger fight to come.
yeah,
It's the beginning of a snowball effect. I can
it's
see
going to
that.
be more people to come out. It's going to be way more people. This just basically open the door. It basically it's like somebody trying to close the door and somebody put their foot in the door like, I'm coming through that next. I got allegations too. Me next. You about to settle with me too, huh?
So Miss Jacqueline, thank you for calling in. Is there a number today? I know you can't speak to future tense. Is there a number today, if you were sexually assaulted, that you would accept to shut that case up?
Okay, so
Put her
on the
spot.
real, I've been sexually assaulted for free.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
So
I'm so sorry.
Oh, oof.
And that's just the real. That's the reality of a lot of people, right?
Right.
So if I had to do it not had to do it, but if I've endured it for free, I can endure that for 30 million. Not that I would want to, but I'm saying I've done it for free. Somebody who's never been sexually assaulted before would have a different perspective, I believe. All of us are going to have different perspectives.
Yeah, I can see that. That's big. That's big. Miss Jacqueline, sister, thank you so much. Thank you. I feel like I was out in the snow here you've made some very, very strong points. I was out in the snow with no raincoat, man. I had nothing on. I was just naked swimming. Miss Jacqueline, thank you for calling in. Miss Jacqueline, thank you for calling in. We appreciate you. Thank you for calling the Gentleman Style Podcast Show.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Dantes Trump says Bill Cosby, Trey Songz, Jamie Foxx, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly all have
Who are these
allegations.
people?
Fellas, be careful out here. Please be careful out here. You're right. If you stop making dumbass decisions, you'll stop getting yourself into dumbass situations.
What is he saying though? What is he saying? These people were
Basically,
targeted.
They have all these allegations to say all these people coming forward can't be lying. Gene Deal, Jaguar been talking about this for years. You are correct. There's been people talking about P. Diddy, these allegations for years and even more. It's just coming out. This stuff that you do in the dark, you could try to cover it up and try to put it behind you as much as you want to, but it's going to come out into the light. Everything is time-based. It doesn't matter how much time. As long as you live in, that's why whatever dirt you do, it's going to be brought to light. Just give it time.
I want to touch on something Bianca said. I feel like what she said.
She said, I feel like she's hitting him where it hurts. In her own way, at least. She know he did not want to come off that money. No matter how small or big the amount may seem to him, I promise you, he does not feel as if she deserves it. He'll probably want to hurt her more. Yeah. He didn't want to come off there.
I think 30 million
I feel like in the West Coast in California, that's drained like that. Especially based off of how they live, draining, gone. I feel like he paid. I honestly feel like why they didn't disclose it. I feel like he paid her more, so she won't spend the block. I feel like he put a little bit more on there just so she'll shut the hell up for everything else that she knows. Because you cannot tell me that Cassie sat beside that man. That Cassie sat beside that man for years and probably saw, endured, experienced a whole bunch of shit she didn't want to see and didn't want to do. So she's sitting beside this man. If you got to put your woman on an NDA, then you know what time it is.
I think all celebrities should put their people on an NDA. If I'm a celebrity and we messing around, you going on an NDA, regardless of even if I'm doing the right thing. because I don't want people to know who I'm messing with. People like that came out that came out. I think like Lady Gaga, all them put. What was his name? Drake. When he had that whole hot sauce situation with the lady he was messing around with, he put hot sauce in all his condoms because these women out here to get him. They out here to get him for the money. As a celebrity, everybody that comes that you're involved with intimately needs to sign an NDA regardless. I don't think that was Cassie was like a one-time deal. Everybody should sign an NDA when you're a celebrity.
I get that, but I feel like the person, especially, it's a different ball game. You choosing that person to be with intimately. I understand if it's the case that they didn't have. Now, if they had no money before they got to you, then I get it. But if they had some status when they came to you, then maybe we should look at that a little bit. But I do understand the NDA in both ways. I saw that Dante's Trip for Trip.
This podcast is sponsored by Ciroc.
I wish you would. I'll turn my camera off right now. I'll be like, ain't this about a bitch?
This is brought to you by no, man. I'm not being sponsored by but you can sponsor the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, Spotify, you can support the show. That your sponsorship helps us grow the podcast, find interesting guests, and continue to do great episodes like this. So thank you for that. I am not sponsored by Diddy, but I will reach out to Cassie.
I'm about to say, I hope not Diddy, because
reach out to Cassie.
He ain't the best person to be connected to right now.
No, not at all. But speaking of show sponsors, we want to thank our show sponsors, BDSM. What's Baby Gear Services. They are brought to you from the DMV area, and they supply all your baby gear service needs. This show is sponsored by them. And so they support the show, and that helps us continue to deliver this high quality value. Baby Gear Services, check them out. Go to the website, and if you need a website, we are going to link it in the show notes here. So thank you. What did she say, Bianca? On the more you do the words. Oh, let me put it. We'll take one more caller. So if you want to call in and fight with my co-host, man, stop fighting with me, y'all. Like y'all beating me up. I feel like listen, we've been on the bandwagon of F black men for the longest while. I'm trying to defend.
That ain't it at all.
I'm not I'm trying to,
but this black man is fucking up. No. No.
I'm trying to stand up and not pass sentence on the guy for something that no one has been. No one else has come forward, not yet. And
it's coming.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think there's more to come? There's a bunch of women that are just gonna hop out the woodwork.
It's gonna be one at a time or multiple at a time, but it's gonna be a snowball effect. It's just the beginning.
A docu-series, another
right. They're gonna be hitting him like they hitting Trey Songz right now, one after the other. Bianca, she said, and the more you do, the worse your karma will be. Because I'm a big person about karma. What you put out, you will get. So it's all a time thing. It's coming. It's all time.
Jacqueline is agreeing with me. Thank you. You all are beautiful. She's saying right, because the last thing you want is everyone in your intimate business. Everyone signs an NDA automatically.
Yeah, not just women. It's young men that's going to come forward too.
You think you're dealing with boys?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God, this
is sure.
This is our calling. This is our calling.
The way he be so free. The way he be so free, calling grown men daddy. You ain't never heard him talk to Meek Mill. You deserve it, daddy. There's a clip that he was talking to Meek Mill at the pool.
And Meek Mill, a grown man, called another grown man daddy.
Yes, P. Diddy was calling him daddy. You talking about, you deserve it, daddy. You deserve it. Whoa.
I don't know about.
Shalonda Wilkes says yes. Usher was one of the first. I wouldn't doubt it.
First what, Shalonda? What are you talking about? First what? We are talking about the P. Diddy Cassidy lawsuit / settlement with Cassie and him. So Usher was one of the first. What happened to Usher? What are you talking about?
Allegedly.
Call in. Let's discuss. We're taking
allegedly. Yep, allegedly. Victim. Gotta hush.
I am hurt. I am hurt. I am hurt, guys. I was shocked. I was really shocked. I was really shocked at the outcome of this conversation.
I don't know what you thought this was about to be, because Nationwide was not about to be on your side.
No, man, I really do. And you all know me. All of you guys know me. You guys know that Gentleman Style Podcast has been a proponent of men and women. And we uplift men and we support women. And so what's Bianca's? Bianca, at some point he chose to be the way he is. You can do wrong to people. You cannot do wrong to people. Never take accountability nor apologize. I think you're going to live a normal life. I've seen it. I've tried it. This don't work. You reap what you sow.
Yeah, right? you reap what you sow.
Reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. That's totally true.
Yeah. That's where he's come to that point of, and it's going to trickle. It's like a pipe getting ready to bust. The pressure is tight now, and one person settles, the next one gonna be like, I'm gonna try my luck too, because I got some stuff that he knows that I know. There's gonna be the next person come out. These people come out. The next person. Shalonda Wilkes said there's a clip with Usher as a teen sleeping in P. Diddy's bed.
With P. Diddy? P. Diddy and him are in the bed together?
Oh, God, Usher.
I'm just asking. I'm not.
I haven't seen it, but I believe it because he was one of the the famous young men to deal with him. So it's possible.
Oh my gosh. This is dope. This has been another fire episode. You guys, thank you all for joining us on this incredible call-in special. This was dope. Man, I was rooting for you, Diddy. I was rooting for you, and hey, man, don't do it again. Behave yourself. Stop fooling around. Stop playing with your money, man. Whatever you pay that girl, that's a lot of money to lose. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us on this call-in special episode. This was dope. You guys made some very strong points, and I want to say this to you because Ms. Jacqueline dropped a rock in my heart. If you were a victim, in no way, shape, or form am I making light of what you have experienced. It is tragic, and you deserve justice. You deserve justice. And so that was huge. So I am not advocating for women saying that Cassie was wrong or anything like that. If you were a victim, you deserve whatever due process is due to you. And I don't want anyone that ever felt attacked or been hurt in the past to feel like, no, you gotta be quiet, shut your mouth. No, speak up.
Right.
Speak up.
Speak your truth. Speak up. Whether it doesn't matter whether they're saying, women like me want to hear it because we root for you. Like Tyra Banks said to that girl on that episode, we were rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. Screw everybody else.
Facts. Nuggets. Karmea, you got any nuggets to drop with the audience today for joining us?
Karma. Watch what you do. Watch what you reap, because you're going to have to sow that later.
You're going to sew it, stitch it.
Watch what you sow, whatever. You're going to have to figure that out later. Yeah. Put good stuff out so you get good stuff back, because whatever you're doing negatively to people, it's going to come back to you. Time is everything. I believe in karma. Whatever you put out, you will get back, but you just don't know how you're going to get it back.
Facts. Super facts. You all, thank you, Karmea. That was huge. Thank you. Take care of yourselves, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Speak your truth. Live your truth. If you've been victimized, you've been hurt, speak up. Right?
That's right.
Get help. I'm gonna stay on that tone. Get help. We love you. We appreciate you. You don't have to suffer alone. We're here for you. We're here for you. And we need you. You are necessary. And like I always end every show, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and always take care of business. This is your favorite gentleman, Marcus, and the unorthodox Southern Belle.
Karmea Wells.
And we love you guys. We love you guys. Thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate you. If you like what we're doing, we are on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, Ghana, LinkedIn business page, anywhere you get your podcasts, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.